And welcome to the Hot Seat of College Football Show. I am Trent, your host, as today I wanted to go over my top 10 plays in Ohio State football history. Let's talk about it. Alright, so before we get into this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We just got to 210. We're trying to get to 500 before the beginning of next season. So if you want to help us get there step by step, brick by brick, it would mean the world to me. And also, if you enjoyed today's show at the end, please hit the like button. Videos that get recommended way more on YouTube. It's how we grow the show. So if you want to help build this community, please hit the like button. It's free and it costs nothing. And then if you want to turn on the notification bell so you get a notification every single time I release a new video, if you want to do that, you can. That is an option. But I just want to say, for anyone who tuned out to the live stream for Ohio State versus Indiana, it was awesome. I'm going to throw a clip up now of Bruce Thornton. Ohio State won emphatically, and they're going to probably go to the tournament now for the first time in 5 years. And here's a clip of my reaction for when Bruce Thornton became the all-time leader in Ohio State history for points. I worked so
Thornton pulls up three.
Ah! Bruce Thornton!
The
All-time leader in Ohio State with the three. A standing ovation as the stadium, the arena goes crazy. They stop the game to celebrate. Bruce Thornton. All right, so again, yeah, and for everyone who turned out to the show, thank you so much. It was awesome, and I really hope to do it again. I'm thinking about maybe trying to stream once a week, maybe Friday evenings, Saturdays. That would, if anyone would even be interested in that. But I want to talk today about my top 10 plays in Ohio State history. I have my top 10, and then I have 10 honorable mentions, so a total of 20 plays. And starting off in the honorable mentions, I have Jeremiah Smith one-handed catch versus Iowa.
There, up front. It's going to be a fade to the corner, though, to Smith. Oh, he one-handed it again. Man. How many times is this kid going to do this year?
The one-hand caught Carter played wide receiver here.
Well, he's going to break Chris Carter's freshman records at the pace he's going. Wow. Speaking of 60.
So actually, out of all the plays on this list, this is the only play that I saw in person. This is the only play that I saw in person, and it was incredible. I mean, the stadium went crazy, and it was one of the plays like, yeah, Jeremiah is going to be a legend at Ohio State. The next one, I have the walk-off at Notre Dame.
Give it to him. Train him up the middle. He's in. Touchdown, Ohio State. They walk it off at Notre Dame Stadium.
Out of all my history of watching Ohio State football, I have been stressed. I was stressed for 2023 Michigan when we lost, 22 Georgia when we lost, 24 Oregon. I was extremely stressed. When I was at the Big Ten Championship, I almost passed out. I'm being serious. I almost passed out. On the play that Kenyatta was getting held, I screamed and I lost all the I knocked the wind out of my, and I fell down because I became so lightheaded. But I will say, I don't think I've ever been more stressed except for this final sequence of plays against Notre Dame. And we have Chip Trayanum, number 19, walking off at Notre Dame Stadium. What a play. The next one, I got Chris Gamble, pick six versus Penn State, 2002.
Zach Mills in the shotgun. Larry Johnson in the backfield with him. Penn State up 7-3. Snap to Mills. Rolling to the left side with the football at his own 9. Throws it up the left sideline. Picked off. Picked up by Chris Gamble down the right sideline to the 10. He's moving up to the middle of the field. Gamble to the 5 into the end zone. Chris Gamble, touchdown on his third interception of the year on a day in which he started at cornerback. A 34-yard return, the third pick that Zach Mills has thrown today in Ohio State.
Obviously, I was not born when this play happened, but this was a play where Ohio State really needed it, and this was the year that Ohio State won the national championship, and Chris Gamble, Ohio State legend, picking him off, and that was just a great play. The next one, one that I did watch, Jackson Smith and Jigba the gritty touchdown in 2021 in the Rose Bowl.
C.J. Stroud straight behind center, Luke Whippler. He's got Travion Henderson off his left hip. Stroud's going to go on top once more. Looks right, looks left, throws long on the right side toward the end zone. Ball in the air.
Caught
Jackson Smith and Jigba's got it.
Yeah!
Touchdown, Jackson Smith and Jigba on a 30-yard pass play as C.J. Stroud strikes for his 6th touchdown pass of the game, and Ohio State has their first lead of the night, 44-38.
Record-breaking day for Jackson Smith and Jigba. Over 300 yards, I think 13 targets, 3 touchdowns. Should have had 4 touchdowns, but he fumbled heading to the end zone on 1. Rose Bowl record, and that one to give Ohio State, I think it was the lead, to give Ohio State the lead for the first time the entire night, and hitting the gritty after, absolutely iconic. And obviously JSN is the #1 receiver in the NFL right now, and it was an incredible play. The next one, Ted Ginn, Michigan return 2004. I was considering putting the Florida one, but they lost that game. But this one against Michigan was also incredible.
Finley, chest high, hits the punt from his 25. It's in the air. Backing up Ted Ginn. Makes the catch at the Ohio State 18. Moves left side to the 20. Now back to the right, he'll go. And now wide to the left again. 30, 35, 40. Ted Ginn, 45, 50. Down the left sideline goes Ted Ginn. 20, 10, 5. See you later. Touchdown, Ted Ginn of Ohio State.
Yeah, obviously now Ted Ginn, head coach of the Columbus Aviators, which I'll be covering a lot this year. And Ted Ginn, the most explosive player in Ohio State history, and just embarrasses. And obviously, big plays against Michigan are going to be high on this list. The next one, I got Maurice Claret stealing the interception that Sean Taylor got in 2002 when they beat Miami in the national championship.
And Joe, Maurice Claret, I formation. No wide receivers, all tight ends. Krenzel under center. Fakes the handoff. Rolling, looking, throwing right side, and it's caught. Intercepted. Intercepted by Sean Taylor in the end zone. Bringing it up the left side, and he's still moving and taken down at his own 28-yard
We got the ball back. Maurice
Football
Claret.
fumbled at the end of the play.
We got it back.
Ohio
Maurice
State's
Claret.
got it. Ohio State has it inside the Miami 30 on an exchange twice on the same play.
Great hustle by number 13, Maurice Claret, coming from behind to take the ball away, coming up with a fumble.
This play is so famous that whenever this happens, USC did it to Michigan 2 years ago. They threw a pick. I think it was Miller Moss threw a pick, and then one of the linemen got it back. Whenever that happens, they always talk about Maurice Claret because he did it in the national championship. And it was one of the pivotal plays to help Ohio State win the national championship against Miami in 2002. The next one, I have Justin Fields coming off the bench, throwing a strike to Garrett Wilson against Michigan in 2019.
Fields the thrower, pump fake, scrambles, sets, fires, touchdown, Garrett Wilson. Wow! Justin Fields comes off the bench and throws a strike. A 30-yard score, and Ohio State takes a 41-16 lead.
Have a day, Garrett Wilson. Unbelievable. What a play. Wilson stays alive, gets the feet down in the end zone. That was a dime by Fields. Think about it. Fields is running.
This play, just Aiden Hutchinson got a dirty hit on Justin Fields, got up his ankle. Chris Chugginoff had to come in for a play. He comes right out, throws a strike to Garrett Wilson, and we blew out Michigan. Another one, a play that I wanted to have on here that I didn't because Ohio State lost, was the Garrett Wilson catch against Clemson. That should be on here, but Ohio State lost, so that play is not going to be on here. The next one is the Noah Brown catch against Oklahoma in 2016.
Barrett in the shotgun, gets the snap. Barrett back to throw, looking left side, throws left corner of the end zone for Noah Brown in the air. Caught it, and he's got it for the touchdown. As Noah Brown caught the ball and the cornerback, Micah Quick, on a 21-yard pass play.
Oh my goodness, catching it on his back. What a phenomenal play from Noah Brown, and really a guy that Zach Smith talks about. If he never got injured, he would be an Ohio State legend, but just injury problems really kind of stunted his career. And he had the Hail Mary catch at the Commanders last year when they played Chicago. The Commanders miracle, Noah Brown was the guy that caught that touchdown, Ohio State receiver. And in the last honorable mention, I have Jeremiah's double move against Michigan in 2025.
Donaldson enters the game at running back. Sayin winds up. Caught! Jeremiah! Touchdown! Happy birthday!
Really, this play is going to get a lot more love because we found out the rehab that Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith had to go through. But this gave Ohio State the lead, their first lead over Michigan in literally years. And man, what a play. And on a double move on 4th and 5 while you're losing on the road and you had a terrible start to the game. So that's why I got them at there. And then now in the top 10, at 10, I have Justin Fields' incredible throw against Clemson in 2020.
35-21, Buckeyes with the lead. Justin Fields out of the shotgun. He's going to fling it. Fields from his 36 cranks and fires deep. Down the left side, inside the 10. Olave got it for a score. Chris Olave runs under a deep ball and hauls in a touchdown pass from Justin Fields. A 56-yard scoring strike. And Ohio State's lead is increased by 6 more points to 41-21 over Clemson.
Just like that, Ohio State strikes. They took that touchdown off the board for Trey Sermon, but Ohio State comes back a few plays later and gets it. Buckeyes have Wyatt Davis down on the field after this play.
Well, Justin Fields with his 5th TD pass of the night.
This play is social media famous. Whenever you see these Twitter accounts post in the offseason, they go, the most incredible, beautiful throw you've ever seen. They always put the clip of Justin Fields versus Clemson and to Chris Olave to destroy Clemson in 2020 for revenge for what happened the year before. Absolutely incredible play and one of the most beautiful throws and longest throws you'll ever see. It sucks that the stadium was empty, that the crowd was kind of dead because there was nobody there. But yeah, I got that one at 10. At 9, I got C. Grant's stop against Miami in the Natty in 2002.
Defense!
Andre Johnson, Ethnic Sands, wide right. Roscoe Parrish, wide left. Peyton alone in the backfield. Dorsey under a center Romberg. Sands motioning. Back is Dorsey to throw. Grabbed. He throws it in the end zone. And it's incomplete. The Buckeyes win the national championship as defensive pressure got to Ken Dorsey and forced him to throw an incompletion. C. Grant.
This play was obviously you had the pass interference that was a little bit iffy. You have the Maurice Claret touchdown in overtime. You have the Maurice Claret steal away that Sean Taylor intercepted. But this play by C. Grant gave Ohio State their first national championship in like 50 or 60 years. And destroyed the dynasty that was Miami and gave Ohio State first of 3 national championships in the modern era, which is for me the BCS in the playoff era, the national championship era, the first of 3 current Ohio State national championships, and Jim Tressel's only national championship in the FBS. At 8, I got Braxton Miller's spin move versus Virginia Tech in 2015.
He'll start running to the left side to his own 45, brings it wide to the left of the 45, curls to the 50, to the 45 of the Tech, spins to the 30, middle of field Miller to the 20, to the 10, and Braxton Miller will take it to the house as he pirouetted away from a few Hokies and gives the Buckeyes on his 53-yard run a 27-17 lead.
This play, you call it the B button play. On Xbox or PlayStation, you press the B button. On PlayStation, you press the circle button. You get a spin move, and he hit it. And remember, Virginia Tech was the only team Ohio State lost the year before at home when they won the national championship. So it was revenge. It extended the lead against Virginia Tech, and who was pretty good back then and starting to be good again, which I'm excited for. And Braxton Miller, the most electric player aside from Ted Ginn, he is the most electric player in Ohio State history. He's the original Lamar Jackson. So I got that at 8. At 7, I have the Evan Spencer pass versus Alabama at the end of the first half in 2014.
Add to their point total.
You would think they'd be sure to get 3, but they want more, if at all possible. With 19 seconds left, end around, and now a pass coming up. Spencer to the end zone. Thomas.
Did he get a foot down?
Yes, touchdown. Yes. Boy, did they ever do it with style, huh?
Well, Cyrus Jones is in perfect position. This is not a play that fooled Alabama, but the ball is thrown in the right spot. Did he get a foot down?
Wow.
I think he did.
There's his left foot. There's still some green showing before you see the chalk.
Wow.
What a catch and what unbelievable balance.
This is one of those plays where you just see it and it's like a wide receiver throwing a perfect ball layering it over the corner and to Michael Thomas's hands for the catch, and then he gets his foot perfectly in bound, half an inch from out of bounds. That's destiny. That is destiny, and it is one of the most magical plays in Ohio State history. One of my personal favorite plays, as I love Michael Thomas, Evan Spencer, and Devin Smith. It's one of my favorite receiving corps in Ohio State history, part of the national championship team. At 6, I got Tyvis Powell saves the season against Michigan in 2013.
Gardner, right side. It's intercepted. Ohio State intercepts it. Tyvis Powell saves the season. Can you believe it? Those folks can't.
Looking for Dillio, his possession receiver. Ohio State was locked in on number 9. They had him bracketed. And Tyvis Powell came from the inside and made the interception. Gardner had time.
What a way to end the game. Obviously, this game has one of the most famous photos in Ohio State Michigan history, with Maurice Hall given double birds after his ejection after the fight, where like 2 players on Michigan and Ohio State both got ejected. And Tyvis Powell saves the season. That's how Brad Nessler or whatever his name is gives it. Incredible play. Urban Meyer's second win over the Wolverines, and a 42-41 win at the very end of the game. As they tried to go for 2 to take the win, Tyvis Powell intercepts it. Top 5, and number 5 is personally my second favorite play, but I put it at number 5 because of the season that it happened in and the opponent you played. But I got Braxton Miller versus Wisconsin touchdown lob to Devin Smith, 2011. This year, one of the worst years in Ohio State history because the Tattoo Gate. You lost your coach, you lost your quarterback, lost all of your offensive starters, really, and a lot of your defensive starters. And you had Luke Fickell, interim head coach, and Braxton Miller was one of the most incredible. And I could make a top 10 list of just Braxton Miller plays. Braxton Miller is one of the best players in Ohio State history, and his touchdown pass against Wisconsin is one of my personal favorites.
Shotgun, drops to the 50, now steps behind the 50, runs to the right side of the 45 of Wisconsin to the 40, throws it long down the field toward the end zone. Devin Smith, touchdown! Got it, Devin Smith! He's got it for a touchdown in the middle of the end zone. Got behind Marcus Cromartie. Devin Smith, his 4th touchdown catch of the year. And with 20 seconds to play, Braxton Miller bought time by rolling to the right. What do you know? It's 32-29 Ohio.
At 4, I got this one lower because it's against Purdue, but I got Holy Buckeye 2002.
Rollham, I have seen him come out for a huge first down up in Madison, Wisconsin. They're going to put him up underneath Soto. They're going to show the I-back behind the fullback here, and 4th down. Could be up to the offensive line. No, Prince's going to throw for it. Got to get it off. They go for the ball game. Touchdown! Touchdown! Michael Jenkins on 4th and 1. Would you believe it? Craig Krenzel strikes with a minute and a half left. Holy
Obviously, this is maybe the second most famous play in Ohio State history. Holy Buckeye on the way to win the national championship in 2002 against Miami on 4th and 1 to Michael Jenkins, who has one of the most fun names to say in Ohio State history, Michael Jenkins. But yeah, Holy Buckeye, super, super famous. At 3, I got 82 yards to the heart of Texas, the Lone Star Heist. Jack Sawyer, what do they call it? Scoop and Sawyer. 82 yards, scoop and score against Texas in 2024.
It's not do or die, but it's close for Ewers. Pressure comes. Sawyer knocked it out and picks it up. Jack Sawyer headed down the sidelines. Ohio State scoop and score. And dagger from 82 yards.
Obviously, this play, you win, you get this game, you win, go to the national championship, and you beat Notre Dame to win the national championship. And Jack Sawyer now will never, ever have to pay for something in Columbus ever again. And then at 2, I got the Curtis Samuel run in 2016.
Samuel cuts it back. Ohio State wins.
Against Michigan. And yes, this play is maybe not the most extreme play ever, but man, what one of the most entertaining games, especially in the second half and overtime. Against Michigan, you have his JT Short. He wasn't, but obviously that debate. And then Curtis Samuel taking it in at 2. And then at 1, I got Zeke 85 yards to the heart of the South versus number 1 Alabama, the most famous play in Ohio State history, the best game in Ohio State history, one of the most famous playoff games in history.
1st and 10, Ohio State from their own 15. Jones resets in the shotgun, gets the snap, hands it to Elliott, who goes sweeping to the left side, gets to the 20, loose to the 30, to the 40, down the left side to the 50 goes Elliott. He's going to take it to the house. 30, 20, 10, touchdown Ezekiel Elliott. 85 yards. And with less than 3.5 to play in the 4th quarter, just like he did against Wisconsin, Ezekiel Elliott delivers a big, big blow, and it is 40-28 Ohio State.
And you went on there, and then you beat Oregon after, and I think that is the number 1 play in Ohio State history. Ezekiel Elliott, 85 yards through the heart of the South in 2014. And I just want to make sure I didn't miss one. I did miss one. For honorable mentions, 3rd and Jeremiah.
The backers are moving. Here they come.
Heavy pressure. Howard delivers downfield. It's Smith. He's got it. Jeremiah Smith hadn't had a touch in the second half until that potential game clincher. 1st down at the 10.
Well, they went 0, meaning they blitzed 7. They left everybody on an island, and Ohio State thinks that's a mismatch with Jeremiah Smith against anybody. Not only that, but the corner, Christian Gray, gave him a quick.
Yeah, I can't believe I forgot 3rd and Jeremiah. I don't have this one in the top 10, but I have it in the honorable mentions. But yeah, I just forgot that one. But yeah, I got my honorable mentions at 10, Justin Fields versus Clemson. Number 9, C. Grant, Miami. 8, Braxton Miller spin move. 7, Evan Spencer passing against Alabama. 6, Tyvis Powell saves the season. 5, Braxton Miller touchdown against Wisconsin. 4, Holy Buckeye. 3, Scoop and Sawyer. 2, Curtis Samuel run against Michigan. And then number 1, 85 yards through the heart of the South. I have a shirt of it says 85 yards through the heart of the South. I should have wore it. But again, that's all I have for you guys today. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. And thank you to everyone who came to the stream. Really, it means a lot to me. Remember to like the show. Videos that get likes get recommended on YouTube way more than videos that don't. But again, that's all I have for you guys today. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. And as always,